Hey guys, welcome to Tommo Tinkers. In this episode I will be continuing with the Bloodfall Catacombs text adventure. Specifically we're going to try and make the game look a little bit more pretty in this video. At least to start off with, because it looks a little bit boring right now. Before we continue, once again, if you are enjoying my videos, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon, so you'll get notifications whenever I release a new video. Okay, and with that, let's get started. You notice our game, it works, but it looks a little bit dull. There's some simple things that we can do to improve it. Let's take the banana as well, why not? So all I'm going to do here is start putting in the framework for making things look nice. So just give ourselves some tools to use. We'll start off with the window itself. We'll make it a little bit bigger, I think. See if we can get it to go to the full screen. We'll just drop a method here to begin with, and we'll call it setup window. Okay, the first thing we want to do is we want to set the window to be as big as possible. So set window size, and that will be to largest window width and largest window heights. And let's see what this gives us. Already that's what we have, and we can maximize it. I've been researching how to maximize how much we can to be able to maximize the window automatically at startup. I've not been able to find a way to do this easily yet, but never mind. Try and move this down. Okay, so we have our text displayer class. Let's see if we can make it a bit more interesting. We'll come up with the idea of display types, or more like an output type. And we'll create this as an enum, which we should probably move into its own file, but we'll populate it here first. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do this, because the reason it's not letting us do this is because if we have, well, you have to have default arguments at the end, but we still can't do it because the optional parameter is hidden by the overload, i.e. this. But to be honest, we could probably get rid of this anyway. Yes, because all it was doing is writing the line anyway, so we put the right line here. So we'll do a switch on output type, and if it's normal, we'll just write the line out as normal, and then we'll break. let's say we want to try and center something. And we'll make a new method for this, and we'll break. This is a private static method. Okay, so to center things we need two things. We need the length of the line we want to display. So that's that. Now we need the size of the screen. Window width. Now we're able to do that because we've got the static views in for console. Okay. So we want to put the middle. It's going to be the width of the screen divided by 2. And then we want to have half of the length. That's our subtracted from the middle. So equals middle. So if the middle is 10 and our, if the middle is at 10 pixels across, or 10 characters across, and our line is 8 characters, well, we want to do 10, which is the middle, minus half of the length of the content, which is 4. So it would start from 6 and it would go from 6 to 14. Set cursor position. And we'll set that to the start point, and then and we'll set it to where the cursor top is as well. So we're already, we don't want to change the Y position of the cursor, just the X position. Or just like the horizontal position as opposed to the vertical position. And then we'll do right, we'll write our line. In fact, we could do right line probably. Okay, so let's see if this works. We have our display line. Shouldn't be called display line anyway, it should just be called I don't even know what it should be called. It shouldn't have the word display in it anyway. It should just be an output command, and it's not necessarily going to be a line anymore, so that name is completely wrong. But let's see if we can center up our title here. Ta-da! Although, is that centered? I'm not 100% convinced that that's completely centered. It might only... No, there's far more space on the left than there is on the right. Okay, so let's start with something. Comment that out for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll center it. So we know the length is going to be 8 characters now. And that's still off. Let's see. Oh, length of content over 4. It should be length of content over 2. A brain fart there. Not to worry, this should work fine now. That's more like it. So let's see if this looks any better. Okay. Let's try something a little bit more fun. Let us make some colour happen. Now this is probably going to be quite involved. My text manipulating skills are not exactly what they used to be. Why doesn't it like that? Oh. It can be static. What we have to do is actually have to write our characters one by one. So we'll go through each of the characters and we'll just write the character. Okay. So, and at the end we write a line break character. So we should have not the same result. Oh. Good. Okay, so we have our tags in here, but we want these tags to go away. We're probably best using a regular for loop for this. So we get our character. Now if the character is this, and we'll introduce a constant for this. This should probably be in a separate class. We'll keep it like this for now. So we will carry on but we'll have this tag index. And then we'll get to the situation where we'll know basically the position of the text. So line.substring, and then we can go from the current index to the tag index. And we'll write that out just for as a, in fact no, we'll just debug it and then see what that gives us. Okay, so tag is null at the moment, but this line's not been executed. So now the tag is empty. That's not good. Index is 0. Oh, of course, index would be 0. Oh, we've not. Well, I don't see why we're getting to here because the character's never going to be both of those at the same time. Doesn't matter if it's a line of tagging index. Okay, so if the character we've reached is the closing brackets, then we'll get here. We'll just do an F10 to step over. Oh, I see what the problem is here. I've got a semicolon there. It's a bit late. Okay, so now the tag index is 4, that's more like it. Okay, so we've got the whole tag, but we're missing the last part of it. But that's okay. What we'll try and do is actually take out the beginning part of it. So we'll just have the name of the colour. Maybe that doesn't work. Okay, we do tag index +1. No, it's also going to cause an exception. I thought it would. Oh! It's the length we want to... Okay. So the second parameter here, this length, isn't the second index, it's... It's how many characters do you want, so that's going to be tag index. Take the index, okay, so... And if we do F10, we're still missing the last character. Okay, let's run it again. The tag index is 43. Well, that's obviously not right. We might be able to do something else. So we get index of command. Index of. Okay. Right. We want to start from the index though. Oops. these are the wrong way around. Okay. So the tag will be just rename this. So I'll start from the index. So let's say the index is 0. We want the index of we want the length to be, let's say our close tag is at index 4 and our regular index is at index 1, so that'd be a length of 3. So it's going to be the index of the close tag, subtract the regular index. And we're still a character off. Wait, what happens if we do that a second time? Okay, so we're almost there. Can we just add +1 to all of this? Something tells me this is going to cause an error. So the tag is correct there, but if we run it again. Okay, so that seems to work. And then we can actually set the index to the index of close tag +1. Otherwise we'll just write out the character. Does this cause an error? We seem to have missed. We missed our start tag. Welcome to the Bloodfall Catacombs. Okay, so that's good. So based on this tag, we can change the colour. If tag is, let's just test this theory. And finally, we have the Bloodfall Catacombs quite adequately and aptly written in red. But also, everything else is in red. So we need to change the colour back. Or maybe we should have a clean tag, an end tag. and it could be that. Basically like HTML. Now, when we came in here, the console colour may not have been white, but we'll address that shortly. Okay, but that solves the immediate problem. Okay, so that all looks good. So, he's going to tell me to convert this to a switch statement, but I actually plan to do something a little bit more clever with this. But let's cache the foreground colour. And when we exit, we'll return it to what it was. And also if we use our escape character, we'll return it to what it was. Okay, so can we mix colours? Let's say we want the welcome message to be in blue, and then we'll add the /n, and then we'll change it to red. We can just eventually use a dictionary for this. Ah, so that didn't work exactly right, because what we wanted to happen, and it did kind of work. But we only got the centering done. We got the centering done based on the whole string, but there was a line break in it as well. I see what happens if we omit this. It should still work fine. Welcome to the Bloodfall Catacombs in blue and red. Looks nice if we maximise it, of course. Okay. So, I'm going to break this out into its own class. Just so we can do a little bit more work with the colours without clogging up the rest of our class here. Because this only deals with colours, this method, and it doesn't do anything else. System console. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna submit that public, of course. Okay, let's first strip off these tags. In fact, we can just do, we don't even need the we'll just not capture these. There's no point capturing something just to remove it later. So we'll just, this should still work. It obviously did not still work. Let's just debug this quickly. And what does our tag look like? Okay, so blue. So we need to knock off an additional 1 for that. Okay. So this should work. Now we have a couple of choices here. We could continue to create our switch statement up for all of the supported colours, but I prefer a different method. We'll create a dictionary to hold this information in. So a dictionary of string and console colour. Foreground colour tags. Now if it's null, we'll generate it. So get the values from the enum. And this will be a type of console color. And we'll cast this to a console color as well. We'll have to bring in link for that. Okay, so this is an enum, an enumerable of console colors. It's all the console colors in that enumeration. Basically, this is the console color enumeration provided by .NET itself, and it's all of the supported console colors. So the color tags equals colors to dictionary. And we'll pass in the color. So this is the key selector. A to string to lower, and the value selector is just A. Let me just rename this. It's actually the color enum. Okay, so let's change our logic. If contains the key of tag, the foreground color will become what the dictionary value that tag points to. If it does not, and if the tag is equal to the forward slash, then that just means we reset the color to else for now we'll just throw an exception. I'm going to use string interpolation for that. Okay, so can we use cyan? Yes, we can, and it works automatically. So now all of the other colours should be supported. Notice that we don't have to put the end tag in. We only do that when we want to change it to the colour it was before. But that will always happen anyway at the end of the output. Ah, there's another problem. Can you see what it is? It's an interesting one. And it could be quite tricky to solve. All of our things are off center. They're not centered properly. And the reason is, it's because we're basing it on the length of the string with the tags in them. So if you imagine magenta here and magenta here, or well, it's just magenta here, then that's actually centered. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but it's another challenge for the next video. Okay, that's enough fun for now. I'm going to leave this here. We'll carry on with display based topics and things we can do in the next video. Take care and thanks a lot, guys.